Yeah, we're holding the mic again. So I haven't 5 videos maybe in the past 12 months. Yeah, I've completely fallen off the face of the earth when it comes to this project. But for what it's worth, I was plugging away really hard in my job and working on a database that should have been out, but my hard disk decided that it didn't want to live anymore, and that was really upsetting because I lost about 20,000 unique updates. But that is a project that I'm working on for Football Manager 2024. That project is basically part of what this video is. So formalities out of the way. Hi, welcome back to the Dynamo, my friends. I want to try give Football Manager 24 a decent go because, now when I say this is going to sound ridiculous, but I didn't really play Football Manager 2023 much. I only put about 1,200 hours into it. That sounds ridiculous saying it out loud, but I'm with my people, you get it. This is one of the first years where I put more time into the editor than I did into the actual game itself, and I would have something to show for it if my computer didn't decide it hated me. But look, this video is what are my plans for 2024? What are my plans for FM24? Because I do want to actually give it a go. I should be like 4 episodes into a beta save, but instead I've been moving because not only did I get a new job, I got a new flat. Because as you can see, new background, it's just white walls behind me. I'm going to eventually have to put up I might even put up like a Liverpool shirt or something in the background. But part of my new job is 2 days working from home. So I also need to make this respectable, or I just go full tilt football and rugby fanatic and everybody that I'm working with can just deal with that. The plans, one of the first things I want to do, and I want to try and get a video up very quickly about this, is I want to do a Cove Rambler save, which is basically entirely geared towards reorientating Irish football towards finding the next Roy Keane. That is what that video is going to be about. It's going to be turning Cove Ramblers into a single-purpose youth academy designed solely to turn the Airtricity League into a youth academy so I can find the next Roy bloody Keane. That every player I bring in is going to be sold to bump that fucking club's youth rating up as high as it can go, get those facilities really, really high so that I can not only find the next Roy Keane, I can actually produce the next Roy Keane and hopefully have an Airtricity player playing in the Irish national team. So that's going to be my Cove Rambler save, and I'm actually looking forward to that save because it's I find it difficult to play in the Irish League in the way it's set up because I hate summer leagues. I hate them especially in the European competitions, because they done this about 10 years ago. They decided, I know what'll make Irish football more competitive. Let's desynchronize it from the rest of Europe. The plan was, if you can have the Irish leagues going into the qualifying stages in the middle of their league campaigns, then they're match fit and they have a better chance. But then what happens if this works? Like, the Irish clubs then go into the proper stages in their end of season, where some of the group stages are in the off season. They didn't think that through. It's ridiculous. Any of the Irish databases I do, I just reverse this decision and I have a winter league. Every other... Junior football in this country is a winter league. Why do the senior clubs think they're better? Doesn't make any sense. So that's going to be one of my saves. It's going to be Cove Ramblers finding the next Roy Keane. And I even have an idea for a thumbnail. It's going to be the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Roy Keane's face and Who Wants to Be the Next Roy Keane. I have that idea. I like that idea. Another save that I want to do is just a good old-fashioned play it straight, a Liverpool save. I was supposed to do it last year, but again, just things got really frantic and I didn't have time. So either with the full game or when the winter patch comes out, probably kind of like at the end of February or March or whatever, I'll do a Liverpool game and just playing it completely straight. But I don't know how to play Football Manager without investing in youth setups, so it'll be heavily built towards trying to produce from within. That's just how I like to play the game. With that in mind, one thing I do want to do is I do want to do a Barcelona save where it's just, it's the fucking same old. A lot of people have done it. It's just like recreating the La Masia system and try win the Champions League with a starting 11 entirely produced from within the club itself. That's a save I like doing. I like the micromanagement of using youth setups. A save that I also want to do is probably a journeyman save of just starting absolutely nothing, but I have a monster of a computer. I bought this with my wages. I took out a nice loan and got a decent computer, like Intel i9 fucking processor, I think it's 16 gigabytes of RAM, a beautiful SSD, but it's wicked fast. Decent graphics card as well, so I can play games and things. But I'm going to play a journeyman save with every league in Europe loaded. So that could be really fun, or it could be really, really tiresome. We'll find out. What? No, I'm back again. What happened? You know what's funny? I was just talking about how good my computer is, and then my OBS decides, nah, you're not having this. Let's try put myself back in frame. And we're back. Okay. The last thing that I want to do is there's two editor things that I want to do, because this, like, the majority of the views that I get on this channel are through the editor. That's the main bulk of what I do. I want to redo my editor series because it is a little bit out of date. So, I mean, technically the editor is evergreen, but there's a few things they've introduced here and there, or just I've gotten better with some tips and tricks here and there. Like, for instance, like using Control A and just mass editing the changes in the databases, small things like that. I think they actually really help. I introduce a lot of region systems so that I can customize the specific leagues, and just from start to finish running through how to make a league and bringing it into the advanced rules so that you can further customize. Like, one thing I've been playing around with is if you have like subdivisions and you have like 4 divisions, and then those 4 divisions subdivide again, how do you get, like, say if I have like 3, like if I have Galway, Sligo, Mayo, these are 3 subdivision leagues within that feed into the Connacht League, but the Connacht League is one of the subdivisions of the provincial leagues. How do I get the Connacht playoff to just have those 3 teams? It is possible to do the advanced editor. I'm going to figure it out. So there'll be a video on that hopefully, but I want to do a little bit more editor videos just so that I can try kind of like I get to round up that market, get that going, because a lot of people check out my channel for those editor videos, and I'm better at it now, so I might as well just redo them and try, I don't know, just have a better version of those editor stuff. Way back when I did that, I didn't really have a clue what I was, I knew what I was doing in the editor, didn't know what I was doing on YouTube, but sure, look, in that time, you just get better. So, God, how did I forget? One of the main things I want to do is Ireland FC. I really, really enjoyed that in Football Manager 2021. Or was that 2022? I don't remember anymore. But basically just lifting Dublin City FC out of the editor, out of obscurity, and popping them in the Valderrama North, and just trying getting Dublin up to the Premier League with an only Irish squad. I might include Northern Ireland, I'm not entirely sure, but I just, there's just something about the tricolour that just warms the cockles of my soul. But it's Ireland FC that felt warmly received, and I think there's more appetite for it. The major Football Manager editor project that I'm working on at the moment, and I have been working on some time, is the Irish pyramid down to level 13. So senior, intermediate, and all of the junior clubs right down to the bottom of the Limerick Desmond League. That's something I'm working on. So it'll be the creation of about maybe 320 additional clubs. And one of the things that's really cool about the junior setup in Irish football is the junior setup uses B and C teams. So you don't really have to worry about bringing a team from the very bottom all the way to the top and wondering what are you going to do about your reserve teams, because as you get better, you end up having a bit of overflow. The C teams will just go as high as junior, the B team will go as high as the intermediary, and then your senior team will go up into the senior leagues in the HSC Premier and First Divisions. So it kind of sorts itself out. Like it could end up being that the weakest teams are the established weakest, or the established strongest teams. But look, they're established. They know what they're doing. And look at my guy on the screen. He's just fixing his cuffs. One thing that I find hilarious is I have a very distinctive hairline with a widow's peak. Football Manager doesn't believe people like me exist. It's hilarious. I'm looking at me with my Trent Alexander fucking cut here, just like straight across. Everything else is okay. But look, those are my plans for Football Manager 2024. Hopefully soon I can get a Cove episode out, because my new local team, technically. My beloved Cork City, they're doing okay, ripping it up at the bottom of the Premier League. But, you know, we gotta stay local, I guess. And I've moved, so my beloved has to move with me. So Cove Ramblers and my new beloved. I'll catch you again, my friends. Talk to you in the next one.